Bill of Rights. A formal declaration of the legal and civil rights of the citizens of any state, country, federation, etc. Basically just the government telling the citizens what they can do. Almost every country in the world has a Bill of Rights, although they are not all called Bill of Rights. However, the two that we will be focusing on in this video is the South African Bill of Rights and the American Bill of Rights. Mainly how they are similar, how they are different, the inspiration behind some of the sections, and how they can be improved.
Now you might be thinking, well, America is all the way over here and South Africa is all the way over here. Surely they can't share that many similarities. Well, you're right. Compared to their full extent of the Bill of Rights, mostly Africa's, the aspects where they meet are just a small bit. But a small bit does not mean none, so let's go over them. Both countries have right to expression, right to petition, freedom of religion, belief, and opinion, right to trial, right to no cruel and unusual punishment, right to privacy, or in America, no searches and seizures without a warrant, and right to the court for any dispute, and right of accused persons. Now differences. There are a lot of differences. But seriously, the amount of content within South Africa's Bill of Rights that differ from America's could fill up a whole page. Right to equality, right to life, respect of dignity, right to slavery, right to citizenship, right to healthy environment, labor practices, right to adequate housing. And that's not even all of it. But the ones I feel stood out were right to healthy environment and children rights. Mostly because they are rights that I have never given a thought of until now. The differences in the American Bill of Rights are not as much as Africa. There's right to bear arms, the Quartering Act, right to no double jeopardy, right to other rights, and the statement that powers not given to the federal government are given to the state government. The last law I find very unique because not every country shares powers with its states. The inspirations behind the sections. Basically, what has happened within history for the rights to be thought of? For inspiration, we're actually going to tackle America first. The amendment with the most obvious historic influence is the third, the Quartering Act. Back when America was still a British colony, the citizens were forced to quarter soldiers within their own homes. Nowadays, this is rarely a problem, so the amendment barely comes into play. Now for South Africa. As many know, Africans were exploited and enslaved for hundreds of years. And within their Bill of Rights, there is a right to no forced labor. Then there's child labor and child mistreatment, which Africa has a long history with. And surely enough, within the Bill of Rights, there are children rights. Now that we have information on both Bill of Rights, how can we use one to improve the other? The South African Bill of Rights actually resembles a lot of the U.S. Bill of Rights because it is willing to take examples. However, the U.S. Bill of Rights could learn a thing or two from the South African Bill of Rights. For example, the South African Bill of Rights grants state of emergencies powers, while the U.S. does not. The U.S. Bill of Rights also does not directly protect the rights of cultural, religious, and linguistic communities, which opens up a lot of room for discrimination. But other than those, the U.S. about addresses everything that needs to be addressed. That about wraps up our Bill of Rights comparison. I hope you finished this video with more knowledge than you started it with. If you liked it, click like. And if you want to see more, then subscribe. Bye! Thank you for watching!